sharing some next level money thoughts and tips in relation to leaky energy. Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. My name is Melinda Van Fleet and I'm an intuitive, energetic business and leadership mentor, and welcome to my channel or wherever you're viewing this video on today. The topic of this week's The Success Codes podcast is about leaky energy and boundaries, and we reveal several success codes on that podcast. It's actually a joint episode with my husband, Ryan Van Fleet, and Ryan Van Fleet and I together are Good Karma Sport Fishing and Coaching. I'm the wizard behind the scenes. He is the face. He is the Jedi on the water and with his clients. So together we have that business and we do a joint podcast once a month. So we've been doing that for years. You can definitely circle back through my content and listen. What I wanted to add to that is this conversation about money and leaky energy. And this is something that I discovered on my own and I've never heard anyone talk about. And I discovered it several months ago. And I think it's really, really important. And it's really, really important because I think it's going to come up more often than not, especially because people are using their cell phones to pay for things, right? People they tap it, there's the Google Pay, even like your credit card now, you can just like tap and keep going. And so many of us are subscribed to so many services, platforms, streaming services alone. Heck, we have Amazon, Hulu, Disney, Apple, and Netflix. I think that's all of them, right? So what do you have that is continually hitting your bank account? Now, what is normally talked about out there and is super important, so if this is the stage you are in, please do not skip this work. But what is normally talked about is lack and guilt and shame around those things that hit your credit card, right? Or that you have to buy, that you desire, anything that you spend money on. Do you have limiting beliefs around those purchases? Or do you have guilt or shame or any other feelings of lack or fear? So do that work first. But what I have noticed, because I've been doing work on my money mindset for many, many years, and this stems way back to really understanding where a lot of my money struggles in my life have stemmed from, which is a whole other topic and probably a book someday, is that I have done that work and I've actually gotten to a place of neutral where I have no emotion, like literally no emotion. So what ended up happening to me that I discovered again months ago, probably like in the early spring, is I started to realize that all these little purchases, right? Whether it's purchasing some things on Shein, great website, or it's all the courses that you buy, $33, $11, $111, or again, all these little services and platforms that hit your bank account every month, they all add up. So I wasn't being smart fiscally with my money. I was too neutral. I'm like, oh, it's only $11. No worries. It's only $50. No worries. Oh, only $100. This membership's just $100. And I was being way too neutral. One of the things that I truly know is my gift as a mentor, as a coach, as a business consultant, is I'm really good with understanding the 3D, and this is more 3D, smart fiscal behavior, and the quantum, the manifestation techniques, all these things that we love to learn about and dabble in, the feelings, the emotions, the tools, the tips like meditation. But we really still have to be grounded as humans in this lifetime in the 3D and be fiscally responsible. And that's where you can get carried away. And I see this as an intuitive, as something that's going to be coming up more and more and more in conversation. So I was really called today to have this conversation and start this conversation. So I'm telling you that if you have done the work and you've released your guilt, your shame, your limiting beliefs, and all those things around money, and that is a lot of work. And again, many of you won't be there. You'll still be in that first quadrant. It's important to then go, okay, now am I being too loosey-goosey and too not caring about what I'm spending and what I'm doing? And where do I need to look at this? And where is this showing up? And I'll give you just a really quick example in this too, just because it's so important to ground to examples. And I'm a storyteller and I have lots of stories and examples. If you know me, you know that. But it showed up the other day. It shows up all the time. It showed up the other day. My husband and I have been podcasters since 2018. We use the Libsyn platform to host our podcast. It costs $20 a month per podcast. When you don't record a new podcast, you can take that podcast and actually put it into a mode that is less expensive every month, but it still has the episodes out there. So you can go from spending $20 a month to only spending $7 a month, and it will keep your episodes alive, which is really good and important, not just for content, but for all the backlinks that are out there, which is about SEO. So I just gave you a huge SEO tip. You do not want to break the backlinks. So never completely get rid of your podcast. So what we realized when the credit card came through was that we got hit for another $20 for Libsyn, and it was one that I had missed because it goes on my husband's credit card. And it was for our Good Karma Sport Fishing app that we have. My husband used to record a weekly fishing report that only fed to the app, and we used Libsyn for that. So I said, hey, let's clean this little leaky energy up, this little leaky money energy, not being fiscally responsible, and switch that one too to be the $7 a month. So all the fishing reports are live still. So they're all still on the app, but we just switched it to $7 because he's no longer recording new episodes, which would be the $20 version. So I challenge you to look at your finances and see where you can clean up some leaky energy and be more fiscally responsible for you, for your family, and all these things in this lifetime. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and commenting. I would love to hear from you. Bye for now.